Have you ever wondered how much render distance you can get in Minecraft? I mean, right now it looks fine, but it's like 15 chunks. In other games, you have way more render distance. In Minecraft, however, when you try it out, your game becomes a slideshow. Let's try to make that different. Let's try to see how much render distance my computer can handle before it literally explodes. Why is everything so damn loud? Alright, so right now we are in a vanilla game to try to see how long it takes before it starts frying. Just for a reference. Because I'm curious to see how much vanilla Minecraft can handle nowadays. This is vanilla Minecraft 1.21.5. Let me quickly change my FOV to 90, otherwise my autism can't handle it. As you can already clearly see, it's lagging a lot. And we aren't even further than 12 chunks, so that's interesting. Let's try to bump this up just to the max. I don't really care about simulation distance. I am curious to know how long... Oh, okay, my recording just stopped working, but I'm actually surprised. I thought my computer would literally want to commit, but it's actually fine, believe it or not. Now I do see that my game doesn't really like this. Okay, my recording clearly doesn't like the way that I'm handling this shit. I thought it would be worse. Of course you have like lag spikes and stuff and we only hit 50 FPS, but it's much better than I thought. Let's see how much we can up this. So let's name this subscribe. Let me just bump it up to 32 chunks. Of course, we don't care about simulation distance. No one cares about that. Let me actually disable shaders for now. We're gonna use shaders in a little bit, don't worry, but right now I just want to know how long it takes for the 32 chunks to render without shaders. So right now, as you can see in the top right corner, we still have 140, 170 FPS. It's holding up pretty well. We still don't have everything rendered though. It takes a little bit longer than I thought. Okay, so now it starts to drop. So surprisingly enough, we have less FPS with all the optimizations on 32 chunks. Oh wait, it's dropping and rising really fast. Okay, now we have 160 FPS. Now I'm curious what happens if I press on shaders. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. So, wait. Hold on. You're telling me my game runs better if I use shaders? Wait, it's not really better or worse actually, it's just the same? That's something I didn't expect. It does look cool though. But I don't think this is even close to the farthest we can get. Let me introduce you all to something called distant horizons. Right now we are at 10 chunks render distance, yet we can see all the way over there. I mean, it doesn't look great, but then again, I'm using a literal zoom mod. It doesn't even look great if I do this. Like, it's just, it doesn't work like that. But if you don't zoom, it actually looks pretty cool. And even if you do, it's still nice to look at everything like this. Right now, we have the distant horizons config right here, which if you go to the settings, options, and all the way on the top left, you have a couple of things you can choose from. The quality of your LODs, which are right here, which means if you put it higher, it just looks better. I just like to use it as medium because I don't really want it to have like the highest quality ever because my PC doesn't want to die. We have the LOD chunk render distance on 256, which basically means that it's rendering for 256 chunks all the way out there. We have a 10 chunk render distance right here, and then a 256 render chunk distance from distant horizons. Now, why is my PC blowing up? That's not really because my GPU can't handle it. I have a 5060, so it should work. But it's actually because I'm also recording, of course. So if it has to render everything and record at the same time, it usually doesn't really like that. Lucky for you, I got time and I have nothing better to do. So I'll just render everything in and I'll see you back in a little bit. Alright, so I let it run for like, I think 20 minutes. And the result is quite impressive. Click this to true. This is the render distance that we're dealing with. It's still rendering. because I set it to 1500. And yes, I updated the quality preset to extreme, so right now you can actually see every single block individually. And yet still you can like see so much. It's still rendering. Look at these birch trees, man. I just know this is a birch tree. All the way from over there. That is crazy. Oh my god. There's a mushroom island over there. All the way over there. But here's the best part about this. It works with shaders. When I click this and you wait a couple seconds, sometimes it even takes up to 30 seconds, but that's alright. You get shaders for, I'm not even kidding, I think this is almost 1,000 chunks of render distance. If you look at the top left, I still have 50 FPS, 45. But keep in mind that this is also while recording this and having 1,000 chunks of render distance with the shaders set to their max settings. It's not going higher than this. Everything right here is high. Now, of course, we still have only 2 chunks of render distance, but it doesn't really matter. If you put this on 8, you can pretty much just easily play the game. It's not really a problem. The difference is now I have like 40 FPS. Now, of course, my FPS will go higher the moment I stop recording. The problem is you will never see that, so just believe me on that, okay? Now, I do have one more thing. Now, of course, it's cool to have this, but you want to record this as well. Now, my GPU is not the best. If you have a monster of a PC, you probably can do this without turning your game into a slideshow. But I have one solution for this, and it's called getting a server. You see, the problem right now is that every single chunk I have to render on the same computer as I'm recording. But if you are using a server to actually render the chunks for you, which is not on your computer, the only thing you have to do is render the chunks without actually generating them. That helps a lot. So I bought a server specifically for this, and I'm gonna check it out if it works. It's still rendering, by the way. It's still rendering. God damn. I actually realized that it takes a crappy long time for me to render that amount of chunks. Not because my computer is slow, but because the server is actually too slow to handle it. I kept getting messages like, oh, it's too full, there's too many things to render. So instead, I switched servers, and this is something, this is a big project of me and my friends. The past 6 years we've been building on this, and I actually forgot to enable my distant horizons. I'll be right back. So, as I was saying, I have this project of the past 6 years, or I don't know how many years it is, but it's a lot, with a couple of my friends, where we actually have built quite a lot. Let me actually turn down my render distance a little bit, because I am recording and my computer doesn't really like when I'm recording, and also render like 1500 chunks worth of distant horizons. So right now it's still pretty laggy. That's because of the fact that I'm literally standing in one of the laggiest sorter of all time. But as you can probably see, is the amount of render distance that I have is so intense that I didn't even get to have everything. Like, you can still see the edges and stuff, when normally you should see fog. That's because I didn't even render everything. But actually, my FPS is fine. I am running 90 FPS, and I still have 1,000 chunks render distance, even though it's not really 1,000 chunks. Now, yet, let's use shaders. Because why not? I'm still flying. Now, with shaders, you can actually see that my PC is dying right now, but we still have 500 chunks of render distance. Ignore this IKEA, by the way. I mean, y'all want me to explode my computer, but actually, I didn't expect this to work at all. I usually never do this. I never put 512 chunks render distance and then just mesh shaders over it on the highest setting. Ooh, solid shaders. I'm curious, I don't even think that they're actually compatible. Oh wait, they are. Okay, so the clouds are fucked, but You get the point. Truth be told, I didn't get to explode my PC, but we do have some pretty cool shots. And I want to show you this because this is so damn cool. So it's not possible to actually explode your PC unless you're pretty dumb and you're just using vanilla render distance. Why would you? It's so dumb. Just use sodium and distant horizons and you're good, bro. But while I just trail off into the distance on my friend's Minecraft server and I contemplate why the hell there's so many different things I'm seeing right now, why there's a Goomba in the distance, I'll see you all in the next video. Let me know if you like this or anything. Just press the like button, bro. I'm not really good at these outros.